we can write some right. So we have to create some Python py file, and then we can define some function we can define, and then we can create a UDF for that. So add file method is there. So add file is in the Hive shell. You have to do this, and then you have to use the transform function to do it. So this is simply in the py file, you are defining the logic which you want to do concatenated. So this logic is like you have a two first name, last name, and you want to concatenate. So join with the first name, you want to join with. But this is saying something about. This is what I want. Yeah, I been like one link, but I think very good. To have that link, I pasted. Take that one. So that one Python UDF, you can create. Okay, so next today we do this the scoop. Okay, we were doing the scoop. Okay, so next today we will do the incremental load, right? How to write an incremental date, right? So suppose one day, like from today date, we just take an example. Today date is 12/20, and I got, I got 100 records, and tomorrow 12/21, I got 20 more records. So if you are doing journal scoop import, right? So what will happen? So 120 will be imported, right? Because we are importing data from the database table, MySQL table. So it will do for all 120 records. but I want only 20 only because already 100 is already imported. File is imported with 100 record. Only 20 record I want. So there is a way incremental import is there. So this property I have to use incremental append. So this incremental append, the other properties are same, like what we are using, username, password, table name, target dir. Okay. And here is the incremental append I have to add. And one more column is a check column. The check column is a ID column. So this ID column is telling you how many record you inserted. So yesterday you said 100. So last value is 100. The first time you will get your output like this. You will get log, your sqoop import command log, right? So this sqoop import command, when you run at the last of the your sqoop import command, you will see this log. It will be saying to you your check column ID and last value is 100. So next time you will run again sqoop import. So you will add this last value 100 here. When you add this last value 100 here, so it will take only 20 records. And next time you will get the last value 120. So third time when you do the sqoop incremental import, so you will do here 120. When you do 120 here, so suppose third day you get 10 records. So only 10 will be imported and your last value will become, what will be your last value will become? When you, after this third sqoop import you run, after that your last value, what it will become? It will become 130, right? Because this is keep adding, right? So first time is 100, next time is 20 more record came, so 120. Next time is a 10 record came, then it will become 130. Because 120 plus 10, 130. So last value will be 130. So you have to remember this last value. Because once your sqoop import is done, you have to, either you have to go to the table to check what is your last value, or you have to remember it. Okay. So that's a big issue. So for that issue is solved by the sqoop job. Okay. You don't need to remember this last value every time. Okay. So first I show you with last value option. Okay, with this option. So what we need to do, we do the simple sqoop import we do. Okay, a simple sqoop import we do, and this is the using the database sqoop, right? So we use the sqoop one. Okay, and this emp table, there is an emp table is there also, emp table. So do actually one more topic is left. I didn't cover. That is XML Saturday. Okay, so I will tell about that. So when you want to do the sqoop import command, okay. So when you want to do a sqoop import command, so this sqoop import command, we are using the all same parameters. Only thing is we are giving additional parameter is these two additional parameters, incremental append and check column ID. Okay. So when I run this sqoop import, okay, I log in my MySQL. So I will log in. I will log in MySQL. Okay. So MySQL minus u root and minus p password. So use, I'm doing the sqoop one, right? Sqoop one database. Okay. And show table. And here is the select from emp. So already I have a 10 record. So if I'm going to run this sqoop import command, how many record will be imported? How many record will be imported and what will be the last value? Imported record. How many will be imported record? Number of imported records. And what will be the last value? Can anyone tell what will become the last value? When I'm doing first time, So what will be the last value as per this data? If I'm importing the data. So first time it will be loading the entire data, right? Entire data, right? Because this is the today data. I'm assuming this is the today data. This is the today data, right? I'm assuming this is the today data. So definitely import means all the record, right? But when tomorrow some record will come, then I will do the incremental. But I have to make it my sqoop import as the incremental type. But last value I don't need to give now. I don't need to give the last value now. Okay. Last date column. Date column is we use for the modify timestamp. When I want to update, that's a different scenario. Okay. Suppose I say my record is only inserting. I'm talking about only the new record when I'm inserting the new record. But when I say like something my records are updated, so I cannot work with this incremental append column ID. In that case, I will use the check column last modified date. Some column should be there last modified date. Okay. So suppose you want to do update part also in your table. Like suppose out of these 10 records, this particular record is updated in the MySQL table. You updated some update command. So you should need a one extra column, date column, modify date column. Then only you can track your updated. But right now I'm just showing you the scenario of only new record. This record will be there, but I will add a new record. Okay. So first we are importing this exactly the same 10 record. I have to add incremental append and check column ID, because on the ID basis we are going to, because ID is a column which is defining how many records are imported. Okay, that column is going to check. Abhi right now I'm not giving any last value option. This last value, why I'm not giving? Because this is a first time import. So first time import, okay. So 10 will be the imported record and your last value will become 10 for your next import. For your next import, your record will be, and here now you will give the last value. Last hyphen value, you will give 10. Because the first time you loaded 10 record and now you want to import more. Okay. But that scenario will come later. First I run this sqoop import command. Okay. So this will import first 10 record. Okay. There are two scenarios are there. One scenario is suppose my records are inserted, or my scenario is my records are updated, right? My existing records. So if existing records are updated, I cannot go with this check column ID, because check column ID I cannot handle with the updated data. Can you see what the last value is coming? Last value is coming 10, which I showed you here. So when you imported data, your last value will automatically become 10, right? And now the second time, so you have to add some new record, then only you can test, right? So you have to add one more new record. Insert in the values and okay, so I say 11 name. Page, this is an integer type. This is a double value float. So I'm inserting. So my how many record are there in my table now? 11. So now I'm going to run second time. So I have to add this last value. Now I'm adding a last value. I'm telling about everything will remain same, but second time onward, you have to give this last value. The third time, again, the whatever the last value will come here, that last value you will get. So we will run this one. It will basically create another file. You see the location where it is importing. It is importing in this location. Okay. If I see this location, For those factors means ls. So, factors means square. Yes. Can you see the 10 records are imported, right? And it is created a one file. Okay. Now, second time I'm going to run this scoop import command. Okay. And I have only one new record. I have a one new record for tomorrow. I'm just assuming it, my new record came. Okay. So now I'm running second scoop import command. Okay. Okay. Can you check the last value has become 11 automatically? So this last value is become now 11. Okay. Now third time if you want to do, you have to change 11. So here is the one problem you identify every time you have to update this value manually. So this is a manual effort, right? This is a manual effort. Suppose you have added one more record in MySQL and just you have done one more import. Okay. Suppose you say here ID is 12. Okay. So I have inserted. Now I'm just going to do this last value 11. I'm not changing anything. I will show you the file, how the data comes in Hadoop location. So you will see every time one file is created. For the every time, every incremental import, it is creating a one file. So your data is separate. Day by day, data is created. Okay. Now last value has become 12. Okay. Now I check this same location. So one file is this. If I check 0001, this is a one record file. The second time incremental. This is the 002. This is the third file. So can you see this is the 10 record? These are the 10. This is the 11th record and this is the 12th record. If you see this location, so three files you will see separate three files. So this is the incremental import by last value. So one I imported at 2052, then after 2 minutes 54, and then 2 minutes after 5. So these are the three different imports. Okay. So basically the first time import is the all data, whatever data is there in the table. But second and third import is only incremental data, not the entire data. Okay. So this is the true last value. Okay. Now I'm going to take you the another scenario. I say I don't want to use this last value of this, whatever the last value I use. I want to try, I want to do like using some other different way. I want to do the different way, that is the sqoop job, this one. So sqoop job is a utility. First we have to create a sqoop job. So there is a command name is a sqoop job. Sqoop job is a command. So sqoop job is like you are creating a job for your import statement. For this your import statement, you are creating a job. And this job is a reusable. So you know, right, every time what you are going to do, every time you are doing import command, right? You are doing a sqoop import command, you write on the $shell. You don't need to do. You have to use this command. Sqoop job execute your job name. So the advantage is only one single line command will run your existing import command. Okay. But there is a one drawback in this. The drawback is, yeah, I will tell HCD because it's basically HCD will come later. Okay. So this is, I'm just first telling about how I can do step by step, like incremental load. Okay. So SCD is like basically solely changing the image, right? So execute is basically is executing your job. And if you want to list all the job, there is a list command is there. If you want to see or metadata of your job, the show command is there, and delete is deleting your job. And the total 5 commands are there with the sqoop job. One is a sqoop job create command, sqoop job execute command, sqoop job list command, sqoop job show command, and sqoop job delete command. The one drawback is there in the sqoop job is that sqoop job you can't modify. Suppose you have created a sqoop job for this import statement. Okay. So your sqoop job cannot modify. Suppose you say this target dir I want to change. You can't change. You have to delete this sqoop job and create a new sqoop job with a new target dir. So whatever you want to do, you decide first. Okay. So it will not be going to change your any of the things, not only target area. I'm saying whatever if you have created any sqoop job with these parameters, it will remain there. Okay. So if anything you have given wrong here and you created a sqoop job, you have to delete this sqoop job and create another new sqoop job. Okay. So what I'm doing, I'm creating a sqoop job for my incremental import. Okay. Even a sqoop job you can create for the normal import also. Suppose I have some other previous import I was doing, right, without incremental. For the without incremental also you can do the sqoop import. Okay. So suppose I say I don't want to keep it this incremental. Okay. In the sqoop job I don't want to keep it my incremental. This one. I just want to how is it? So if I'm saying this is my incremental append and check column ID, I'm doing sqoop incremental import with the sqoop job. But you think like, okay, I don't want this incremental append, I want to do the normal import command. Okay, so that also you can do with the sqoop job. The sqoop job purpose is to create a reusable import statement. Either you can use it normal sqoop import or you want to use it for the incremental. But if you are using incremental, so you have to give the incremental keyword. Same thing, whatever I'm giving here incremental, same thing, these two properties, same thing I'm giving here also in the sqoop job, right? If I don't give these two, my incremental will not happen. Okay. So first I'm going to create suppose this job is already present. So it will give the error to me. So if I'm going to run this sqoop job, so this job is not there. That is the reason I didn't get any error. If this job is present, suppose if I run this statement again, if I run, what will happen? It should give me the error, right? Because job is already created. What error is coming? Cannot create a job, my job one, because job is already exists. Because first time I already created a job with this command here. I created already here, right? So now I want to check my list of jobs. Okay. So sqoop job minus list. Can you see how many jobs are there? So my job one was not before. It is just came when I created. This is the one, right? I created my job one. So this my job one was here, right? This is created. So list command will give you how many jobs are there. So if you want to check before creating a job, you want to check whether this job is there or not, you can list first and then you can create a job. Okay. Otherwise you will get this error. If the job is already created, then you will get the error. Job is already exists. Okay. And next command is a sqoop job minus show and job name, my job one. So if you want to see the metadata of your job, metadata means like what are the import statement you giving some properties, right? And one more thing is whenever you do this sqoop job command, right, for the show or execute, it asks one more time password. Okay. Your MySQL password. Okay. So if you see here, these are the properties. These are the properties of your sqoop job. So whenever you do sqoop job minus minus show your job name, so what is going to show you? It is showing you the your like your username is this root. Okay, like these are the default properties it is showing. Okay, whatever the values are there. Okay, so some of the values are for your use, but some of the values are your not use. So one value will be here last value. Okay, I have not started. If you see here any last values there. Last value maybe it has not come because I have not run any incremental. Okay, so first time I will run an incremental. I will get here last value will automatically come here. You don't need to remember it. Okay, so your last value will come automatically in this property. Okay, let me show you. So how to run a sqoop job? What is the command? Sqoop job minus minus exec and my job one. This is the one. Is the name of the job you created. My job one, right? So my job one, now I'm going to execute. So this execution means it is doing actual import. Okay. So when you do execute means whatever job you created. Okay. And one more thing is actually I wanted to show you. Whenever you are creating a sqoop job create command, its syntax is little bit different here. After this import, everything is same. Whatever you are using normal import. You see, if you see here, incremental import. So your import start from here now, right? Sqoop import minus minus connect and everything is this, right? This part you will see as it is there. After import, then connect username, password. You will see. So I want to show you here. When I created a sqoop job by using minus minus create command, sqoop job minus minus create. After this import, this parameters are coming, connect. The driver is not mandatory, but see here. This sqoop and import. Generally, what you write it, you don't give this. You don't give this, right? You directly give sqoop import, and then you give driver connect. Okay, the driver parameter is not mandatory. Okay, but I'm saying this entire sqoop import command is same as like you given on the without job, right? But when you are writing a job, so you see the difference here. When you write sqoop job, then minus minus create job name, then this import and this one there is a space to be there. If this space is not there, you can't create a job. You can't create a job. Okay, it will give you the error. So this is the thing you have to remember. Otherwise, your job will. Okay, let me run this because it is asking the password. Then I will show you without space. Okay? So whenever you are executing job, you have to give your passwords one more time. Okay. Okay, I think I have taken a wrong table. Sqoop job create. Sqoop job create. I took it table EMP of which database. So in this database there is no record, right? So it is so in this one, so there is no record. We have to use the sqoop one database. Sqoop one database we have EMP table has record, right? So this table don't have any record, doesn't have any record. So it is not coming. Okay, let me show you first another import job we create. I change it to this one sqoop one because sqoop one database we have. And one more thing is if this target dir because you are not using the delete target dir, right? So you have to change this new directory. Otherwise, your scoop job will be no use. Okay. So always keep in mind the thing, all things you keep in mind before creating a job. Whatever connect parameter you are giving, target year you are giving, table name you are giving, whatever you are giving, everything should be correct. Okay. So now I'm creating a job name because job one is already there. I'm doing job. Okay. And I'm not giving any space here. I'm writing like this. Okay. And I'm trying to create second job. So you got the error, right? You got the error here. This import is a unrecognized error because the the validation rule is when you are using this import, everything is correct except this import. So you have to keep it place space. But you know, right? If you try it now, maybe it has created tape. Okay, it has not created. So if you see here, now your scoop job is created. There is no error. So it means like your scoop job is created. What is your job name? My job two. So if I see scoop job minus minus this. Okay, my job two is created. Correct. My job two is created. Now I will see metadata scoop job minus minus store and my job two. One more time it will ask password. But it is still not adding the last value option. The last value option, it is not added here, right? Because I have not done any import. I have not done any import. Just I created a job and I'm just looking at the metadata. Okay. So now I'm going to execute the job. Scoop job minus minus execute and do the job name is my job two. It will again ask password. Okay. So how many records are there in the EMP table? 10. Okay. How many records are imported? Not 10, 12, right? Because I added two more records, right? So the final record is there because scoop job is understanding, this scoop job incremental import is understanding that 12 record is the total record because that the first time you did 10 record because that time the 10 record were there. But now your table is 12. So it is understanding that 12 is the total number of record now in the table and it has imported. Okay. And what is the location which is imported? So whatever location I give in here, that location, the incremental, if I see this location, that process will same, right? Whatever way it is importing. So here is change it to here. Scoop job one, I will make it incremental 9. Scoop 5 point incremental 9. Scoop incremental. See, this is the latest 2011. 2011 is a date. If I check the current date, the date is 19 9 30 9 o'clock 13. So 9:13 p.m. and this is a 9:11. So it just over 2 meters. So this one is the imported data by school job. Okay, cat command. I see this file. I have all 12 records. All 12 records I import. So now there is any last value thing something is coming? No, right? It is not coming because now you don't need to remember. just you run your scoop job second time again. Okay. Now I'm running a scoop job, but before that, I add one more record. Then I can see, right, whether my, otherwise it will not be showing any incremental. So I'm adding a one more record. Added one more record, 13 to 4K. Now I'm doing execute. Okay, first we check the metadata. Okay, so we did the, what is the last value is coming. So my job last password. Okay, now what will be the last value? You first time how many record you imported? 12. Can you see the last value is coming? Previously it was not coming because I didn't do the import. After doing the first import, the all the record like number is coming. 12 record we imported. Now I added one more record, 13. So I added 13 now. Okay. So first we execute the job, scoop job, and then we will see the metadata. Okay. So first we are going to execute my scoop job. You are able to see I'm not writing import command again and again. Okay. So I'm running through scoop job. Okay. So now this time one more file it will create. The process is same, it will create, but only thing is I have changed through last value. Remember the last value, right? Instead of that, I changed through the scoop job. So how many record is inserted? One record. Retrieve one record. So if I see the location, this incremental 9 folder I checked. So one more file is 915 is created just now. 915. If I see the content of this file, 0001, so you will see your 13th record is there, right? Okay, so scoop job. Now let's see the metadata of the scoop job. So let's see show my job 2. So what should be the last value here? Can anyone tell? What should be the last value? Now,
13.
let's see. 13. Because 12, it was before your import, and when you import it, now last value. So the thing is, whatever you were getting last time by normal import, how you are getting incremental import? You are getting in the your import log, you are getting, right? Okay. Or otherwise, you have to go to the database and check what is the last value is there. And then you have to pass on to your import. But here, everything is become automatic. So this is the automation, right? This is the automation, right? You are not remembering the last value. So who is doing the this all things? Scoop is doing on behalf of using metadata. So this is the metadata, and using this metadata, it is maintaining your metadata and keep updating the metadata after each import. Okay. So this metadata last value will be keep updating, keep updating. Okay. Suppose you have not inserted any record and you run the your scoop job again. Okay. Let's see what it will do. Scoop job. So metadata we already seen. Now we execute the my job. What is saying? Increment import based on the column ID, no new record. Did it done anything? It is so intelligent, right? It has detected because it is your ID column is there and it has detected because there is no data, right? There is no new record. So why it will update metadata? There is no point to update metadata, right? So even if you forget, right? Okay, and you run the scoop job and you haven't added any record in the table and you forgot and you run this, so you will get this. So you will understand I have to add the data. Okay. So this is basically the scoop job is doing. Okay. So we seen how many scoop job command? We seen scoop job list command, scoop job minus minus create command, right? Create, and then after that import command. Okay. Create and job name, my job 123 minus minus space import. This one you remember. And then your parameter, connect, username, password, whatever parameter. Okay, I'm not writing entire thing. Next is a scoop job minus minus show. So you are giving up my job 2 3, right? For getting the material. The scoop job, this one we will do delete. So I want to delete. So let's do delete for my job one, because my job win is my wrong job. Okay, because I have given the wrong information. So I want to delete it. Scoop job minus minus delete my job one. Okay. And now I check it again, list scoop job minus minus my job one is deleted. So these are the commands. Scoop job execute. Okay, one more is scoop job execute. Execute is the main command which is running a scoop job. So minus minus exec and you get any job. Okay. So these are the 5 commands used with the scoop job utility. Okay. And it is doing your incremental append, incremental append. Okay. So another type of suppose your records are modified, right? And you should have column, some date column should be, you should have. Okay. So for that, right, suppose like one particular record is modified. So for that record, you will do the modified timestamp mode. Okay. So that is basically, so scoop job we can do we have scoop job modify timestamp mode. Okay. In incremental modify timestamp. So generally this type of mode, one is an incremental append and one more is a incremental modify timestamp. For modify timestamp, you should have the date column, because this date column, whenever you are writing the data in your MySQL table, you are updating your date column. So date column you should have, and then only you can do the update. Okay. Otherwise, if you are doing only incremental append only, so you can do with the ID column. So ID column is for the incremental append and based on the last value. And when you are using some update thing, so you have to do something like a modified timestamp. So some column we should have update column. Okay. So for that example, we have to create a table, and in the same table we can add a one column. Okay. Like this. You see, here is last modified, incremental import in the last modified mode. And last modified can work for both. See, append mode only can work for new record, but last modified can. So here I'm giving last value. I'm saying this is my date timestamp value. And this date timestamp value, I'm saying after this last, so whichever record is inserted or updated after this last value, it will be changed. And merge key I'm giving. Okay. So let's try this one. So we have to create a table with suppose this column. Okay. So ID, name, designation, salary, and one column you keep it last modified. So last modified column you will use here as a check column. You remember last time you are using check column you are using ID. So there is no merge key required. Why merge key is not required? Because you are inserting the record on. You are inserting new record on. In MySQL, you are not updating the data. Okay. So if I want to create a new table in MySQL, or we just do create table. Okay. Sadly, I don't keep it. I keep it last file. Creating a table. On that last minute. Even we can add this column, this thing in alter table reply, add last modified record to on. Okay, so we do one thing, we don't create a new table, we modify. So if I do now select star from employee. So by default the date is added. Just now the date. Okay. So alter the data. It alter the data by adding a column. It alter the data. So I have altered the data with the current. Okay, this is my last modified. Okay, so whenever you are changing the record or updating the record, okay, or adding a record, your last modified will be changed. Okay, so now this part is done, right? So I have a data with the last modified. Okay, so I have to create a one import statement. First, first I'm saying my last modified. First I'm saying my last modified is this. Whatever date is there. Okay, I will change my date. Okay, so I will change my date. Okay, so this is my so this one. So I don't do first without a scoop job. Okay, same thing you can keep it in the scoop job later. First I do normal scoop incremental. Okay, without scoop job. So I'm modifying my job. Okay, so scoop import connect this one username password table target dir incremental append and the check column and merge column will come. So merge key. Okay, so actually this hyphen is not coming properly. So that is the reason I will add manually. Okay. So don't copy paste it because it will not work. Okay. Merge key. So merge key will be my ID column. Okay. And incremental is not append. Incremental is here your last modified type. So this is not a column name. This is not a column name. The column name is check column. Check column is the column name. Last modified. This is the column. Okay. This is your column. Okay. Check column, last modified. After that, last value. You know, right? Whenever you are doing. So first time, even if you don't give the last value, it will take it whatever value is there. Same like the append mode. Okay. So even this one also not needed because the first time when you are doing, it is importing everything. It is importing everything. Okay. So just you have to tell two things. Incremental last modified, check column is your last modified. Okay. And now I'm changing to this directory to different array. Okay. Now I'm going to import merge key is required for the second time because when you are doing actual incremental. Right now this is not an incremental. This is just all the data, right? But you need to tell you are going to use incremental. So can you see the same way last time you were getting the last value, it has taken this one, whatever record you have in MySQL, it is telling the same date and time, right? But instead of last value, it was giving us some ID value, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But now the last value is based on the last modified column. And what is the type of last modified? Or what is the type of incremental now? It's a date column. Last modified type is a type. So two types are there. One is the append type. One is last modified. Okay. So last modified type, the check column is the last underscore modified the column name, and the last value. Three things come: incremental, check column, and last value. If you will see in your incremental append one, if I show you incremental append one, see here the same three values are coming, right? Same three, but this time is like incremental is not append. Incremental is the last modified. Check column is not ID. Check column is the last modified table column, and last value is this time is your actual time value. Okay. Now what we do? We add some new record and we update some existing record. Okay. This guy is adding like two record. Okay. Like, okay, this or so I will do, I have total 13 records. So I will add a one record and I will update one record. So insert into, first I'm doing insert into emp values. So I'm making it 14. Name is age. Okay, value. Up now this date and time. So what is, so you remember, right, what the function I use it? Now. So when I use the now means whatever my current time will be there. When I run this query, automatically take that time, and that time will be more than this time. Right? Definitely it will be more than that. This is a 925. Now is a 932. So when I use the now function, it will write the time is time for. So now you see select star from EMP, you will see the difference here, right? And now I'm going to modify one record also. Okay, how to modify? Update EMP set command. Suppose I'm going to modify name of ID file. Okay, so I say name equal to single quote say where. Okay, I have to start that, change the time also, right? Otherwise I will not. Another column is the last modifier. What is the function I have to run? Now. Okay, and now after that I will say where clause ID equal to 4. Which ID I am going to update? This 4 ID, I am going to change the name and I'm changing the time. Okay, if you don't change the time, it will not reflect it. Okay? So ID equal to 4. Comma comes or it comes. Okay. So when you are doing multiple column set, right? So you should give the comma. Now you can check the select command. Records are updated. One with the 933, one is the 932. So these two records are more than the time is given, right? Okay. So let's see the scoop import again. So now this time you have to add a merge key. Okay. You have to copy the same command. Okay. And don't change the folder because it will be remain same folder. So last modified. So one more is you are adding here hyphen merge key. That is your ID column. And last value you have to tell. So last value you are already getting. Copy this one as it is and pass it here. Okay. But when you are doing with the scoop job, you don't need to copy paste that. This all effort will be saved. Okay. So now I'm copying this command. Now I'm going to run this import. Value. It's not. Actually, date is a single problem. So So your last value become now 935, which is the highest date is there. This is the highest one, 933. So 933, click OK. 5. Okay, actually it might be my current time and the run 935. Okay, how many? So if I check my location, see it is saying consider saving this with the school job. So if you want to do this manual effort to save, right, you use the school job. Okay. Hadoop fs minus ls. What is my directory? This is my incremental 13 directory. So merge key, what it did it create any file? Because incremental append, what is happening? It is keep adding a new file because all are new data. But here is what happened. It has modified the same file because last time this file is imported, right, in the same one. And they modified the timestamp and this modified the file. Okay, let's see the data. Okay, first we see the number 4 record. Can you see this 4 is updated? Updated. And what is the record number we added? The last record we added? 14, right? This is the new one, 932. Can you see that also? Hmm? So this is working, right? Last record is 14th record is coming and your 4 number record which I updated, right? So my update is working. Okay. So this is like you are doing append key mode and one is a modified timestamp mode. So Same thing you can implement with the scoop job. Okay, so that one you should do. This command you create a one scoop job, the same one. Just create for this command, but don't keep it last modified. This last modify, last value you don't need to keep it because we don't need to give any hardcore value while creating a scoop job. So when you're creating a scoop job, while creating a scoop job, you create with the, actually I have not copied here the scoop job. So you can, you can create a scoop job and then don't keep it this last value. Okay, it will be automatically meant. The same example you can try with the scoop job. Same append and same last value. Okay. Okay, so I will copy paste this one also. This all example of the scoop job. So this is scoop job. So we have finished till where we the scoop job. So before starting the modified timestamp mode, so this was a modified time. This is the scoop job with incremental last modifier. Last modifier. So this example is before that, this is a scoop job. So here is the scoop job stuff. So all scoop job. So this all scoop job you will see this one. And this is the scoop jobs command. And this one is this incremental up. So this one is your scoop job. The first one. So three parts are there. Okay. Total four you can say. To have job with incremental append mode. Okay, with last value of okay. And when you use not scoop job with, this is not scoop job with, this is a simple incremental up. This is an incremental append mode with the last value. Okay, last value of it. And this is a scoop job append mode. Okay, same scoop job. One more you can create. See, append mode is nothing, just whatever you give import, it will work with that. So either you can do the scoop job for append or last modify. Okay, but remember it, when you are using a last modify, in that case you have to use merge key. That is very important. If you don't use the merge key, so your data will not be merged. So whenever you are doing the second time import, right? So this one. So you should create a scoop job with this command or this command. What do you say? So you should create a scoop job, right? So some import command you have to create a scoop job. So do you think like which command is the suitable? Because if you create
last modified
uh,
incremental last.
so you cannot modify it, right? You cannot modify it, right? So you should create a scoop job. When you create a scoop job, this is not a scoop job, this is a scoop incremental with the last modifier. So when you are doing a scoop job with the last incremental modified, okay, scoop job, you are creating a scoop job. So in that case, you go with this command, but not last value. This command you create a scoop job. So just you have to do scoop job minus create my job 3 and minus import this. So what will not come? Minus space import, then connect, then this all. Last value you don't need to put because this will be automatically maintained. Okay, merge key is important. So that is the reason if you create a scoop job with this, now after that any number of time you do, so you do scoop job minus execute. my job tree. So you will see your last modified, your incremental value will be changed based on the time step, not with the ID. Okay, so this I will share the notes. Okay. So I will update this one in the video so you can put that. Okay, anyone has questions?